Hi, my name is Ronnie Doss, and I live in San Diego, California. I'm interested in the environment and green policy, so I set out to explore what San Diego had to offer by meeting with local businesses, industries, government agencies, and nonprofit organizations as we showcase who's making a difference in our community by educating, implementing, creating, or currently using green practices and sustainable solutions. So sit back, relax, and welcome to How Can I Help? Using resources efficiently and effectively is great for our environment and community. Reuse is a very useful thing to remember because it makes everything twice as nice. Reuse is an effective means of waste management because the materials are not simply dumped into a landfill. Kobey Swap Meet on Sports Arena Boulevard is a fun place to focus on reuse. Some items are new, but many items sold here are reusable, so let's see what we can find.
It's another beautiful day, and for a lot of people who just come down, go to Ocean Beach and stuff, they pass by Kobey Swap Meet. So we want to get a little bit of an idea of what is Kobey Swap Meet.
Well, thank you, Ronnie. Basically, Kobey Swap Meet is a family-owned, operated business. We've been in operation since 1976. We moved here to the Valley View Casino Center, formerly known as the San Diego Sports Arena, in 1980, and we just celebrated our 30th year anniversary. And basically, we're San Diego's largest outdoor marketplace, and we were voted the best outdoor marketplace or best swap meet by the Union Tribune 2 years in a row. Okay. So basically, it's a collection of over 500 outdoor businesses or booths, and we attract a crowd of about over 20,000 shoppers every weekend.
Oh, wow. What are the community benefits in Kobey Swap Meet?
One awesome community benefit that we offer basically is our nonprofit organization, Give Back. Basically, we give back spaces to any nonprofit organization in Southern California or anywhere in the world, and allow them to come out here to Kobey's, receive free spaces from us, free equipment up to 2 times per year, and receive 2 spaces from us. And it's been a really awesome program that we've been running for about 20 years now. And this year we expect to work with over 100 nonprofits everywhere, everybody from the 3-day breast cancer walk down to San Diego State University, UCSD, USD, and then also the City of San Diego as well, and then some of the fraternity organizations as well.
Wow, so you guys are really getting in there and helping the entire San Diego.
Definitely, it's an awesome way for the Kobey family and the Kobey Swap Meet to give back to San Diego.
Awesome. And then, you know, while we're walking around, do you have any tips for me as I'm going?
Well, I definitely, it's a swap meet, so you want to bring cash, so you make sure you bring cash down to Kobey's. We do have ATMs on site, and then also make sure you're prepared to stick it out for a few hours. Wear comfortable shoes, wear comfortable wear. We're in Southern California, it's beautiful weather out, and just enjoy the day and enjoy Kobey's.
Awesome. Well, we're going to go take a look around.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for
We
your
appreciate
time.
it, Ronnie. Thank you very much.
Kobey Swap Meet sure shows a sustainable shopping experience, but now I want to explore more with the reuse people, who show that twice as nice is a much better price for any home furnishings and construction needs.
I'm with Cheryl Sharp, Regional Manager in San Diego and Orange County for the Reuse People.
Correct.
And today we are learning about why deconstruction is a constructive idea. So could you tell us what is deconstruction?
Yeah, deconstruction as opposed to demolition, when someone comes into a house like this and just bulldozes it away, everything goes to the landfill. We take it apart piece by piece.
Okay.
So all the windows, doors, cabinetry, light fixtures, hardwood flooring, carpeting, bathtubs, appliances, everything comes out. We put a label on everything for the homeowner's benefit because we are a nonprofit. When they do deconstruction, they receive a tax deduction.
Oh, okay.
For donating the building materials. So all these materials that you see here, the finished materials that are coming out right now, we load onto our truck and we take it to our warehouses. We are an international company, so we do have our own warehouses. We also, if our warehouses are too full, we donate to Habitat for Humanity.
Great.
For people so when they're building homes for people that can't afford homes.
Now, salvage isn't necessarily a new thing. People take toilets and, you know, bathtubs and stuff out before sell them at swap meets and salvage yards. What makes this a little different?
The fact that people can go to our warehouses and purchase these materials for a low price. And the environmental benefits, you know, the fact that we're keeping, like for instance, this house, we're taking 75% of these materials and saving them keeping them out of the landfill.
Wow, you're diverting 75% of this from the landfill.
Correct. And when someone comes to, if they're doing straight demolition, they're going to come with a bulldozer. You're going to have this huge mound of rubbish that's going to go to the landfill. And 45% of the debris that is in landfill is construction materials.
Oh, wow.
So our mission is to keep all this out of the landfill.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's good. These are like very solid, good pieces.
Granite tops. Everything's nice, I mean, it's not like it's old 1970s stuff that most people would want to throw away anyway. There's a lot of nice materials that people can purchase, for a low price. We're everywhere. We're in other states besides just California.
Oh,
we're in Ohio. We're in Kansas. We're in Colorado, Chicago.
So this is a movement that's actually very big and it's growing.
Correct.
Right. And have you seen just a lot more interest and involvement with the community in this kind of?
There is a lot because people are starting to build green now, and to me, that's it's great that they're building green, but they need to start their project green by deconstructing as opposed to doing straight demo. They need to think a little bit beyond. I'm going to have this greenhouse when I'm all done. They need to start green by saving the materials out of the landfill. So start your project green, finish your project green.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, yeah, like you're saying, nothing's more green than this is going to be thrown into a landfill normally.
Right.
Wow. And you said it was about 45%?
45% of the landfills right now is salvaged building materials that could be salvaged, but it's all going to the landfill.
Wow.
45% is construction materials in the landfills.
There's 40. Okay, so pretty much half of what we're putting into that hole, this is going to take up a huge spot in that hole too.
Right.
Is going to be stuff we can use in other projects.
Oh yeah, because for instance, once all the finished materials are gone, we bring down all this lumber, we de-nail it, we band it, strap it, and it can either go to be remilled, can go to Mexico for housing, or can just go to the yards and be sold to people that want to reuse it.
Wow, so even the lumber. So what isn't possible to salvage?
Pretty much the only thing we don't salvage is stucco and drywall.
Wow, so there's no reason for bulldozing a house.
No, and then, like, for instance, when this comes down, if there's aluminum from the, gutters or the flashing or anything like that, that all gets recycled as well. So when the contractor leaves this site, not only have all the materials been diverted to us, but anything that needs to be recycled is recycled, and then the small, minimal, maybe 20% goes to the landfill out of a whole house.
Out of a whole house. What are the people saying as far as buying these reusable products? Are they getting savings or discounts by?
Oh, they're getting big savings. I mean, like for instance, if you were to go into Home Depot and want to buy this cabinet, it could be hundreds of dollars. You can go up to the warehouse and probably purchase it for $35.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You'll see as we're loading the truck, we have Sub-Zero refrigerators, freezers, we have Thermador appliances, we have Gaggenau appliances. I mean, really nice high-end things that people can't normally afford.
Wow.
They will be able to afford by some homeowner doing the right thing and donating their building materials.
Well, I'm pretty excited about this idea. How can I help?
Well, I'll tell you what, you put on the hard hat.
All right.
And we can load some materials onto the truck.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Thank
you. You're going to have to have this hat and go to work.
All right.
Find out what reuse is all about.
Time to help.
The reuse people are rooted in the community. In a humanitarian effort to reconstruct the homes of flood victims in Tijuana, Mexico, the combined efforts of the mayors of Tijuana and San Diego Chamber of Commerce, the County Board of Supervisors, SDG&E, Waste Management, and the Building Industry Association provided salvaged building materials in April of 1993. The effect of this action sparked other private companies, public agencies, contractors, and citizens of San Diego to donate over 400 tons of building materials valued at $1.2 million. On April 23rd and 24th, 27 tractor trailers crossed the border carrying the material in an unprecedented demonstration of binational cooperation and assistance. The success of the project demonstrated the need for used building materials and its impacts on the landfills in the area. So in that same year, the Reuse People was formed as building material distributors.
Well, thanks, Cheryl. I'll try to reuse this information, and hopefully we can help build a more sustainable San Diego together.
Great, thank you. Appreciate your time.
After Cheryl Sharp showed me how the Reuse People were turning what some consider trash into a treasure trove of preserved natural resources for newer homes, I decided to discover what else works for the public by visiting the County of San Diego Department of Public Works to throw out my old ideas on waste disposal and rethink reuse.
I'm at Architectural Salvage here in Little Italy, and I'm with Michael Wansidler.
of the County of San Diego Public Works Department. So thank you so much for joining us.
Happy to be here with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mike, I've been learning a lot about reuse, and I was wondering basically if you could tell me more or less why less is more and why reuse is important.
Well, it's a good question. Reuse is one of the most creative aspects of reducing materials going to the landfill. There's a lot of problems associated with producing a new product. All of the environmental destruction, all of the search for raw materials means you're going to have to destroy the environment, you're going to have to mine, you're going to have to transport materials. There's a lot of energy involved, so you do away with the need for all of that destruction.
Okay.
You can create jobs, you can create wealth from materials that are right here by mining the urban materials.
Oh, nice. That's a good way to put it.
In this state, there's over 2,000 reused businesses creating $2 billion worth of economic impact.
Oh, wow.
It's significant, and a lot of those jobs are local, and the businesses are small local businesses. So there's opportunity to turn all of that material that was otherwise being thrown away into products and jobs.
Wow, okay. So yeah, I mean, as a kid, I always learned recycle, reduce, reuse, but now it seems more and more as I'm learning it's reduce, reuse, recycle. And so could you tell us a little bit about how reuse differs from the other 3 R's, recycle and reduce?
Sure. Reuse is actually even preferred to recycling because when you reuse something, you use that object or material over and over again.
Okay.
There's no need to change the physical form like you do with recycling.
Okay.
In that process, you use a lot of energy. In this, there's more organization of materials, but there's not really much need to use as much energy. So you're saving resources and you're saving energy.
So it seems like there's still a lot of ground to be covered so that people would use reuse more and divert their waste from landfills. Mm-hmm. What are some of the barriers or misconceptions that people have with reuse?
Well, I think some people think that it's going to take a lot of extra time in order to find something to buy used rather than new. Mm-hmm. And I think that may have been true a long time ago. But now when you have stores like this where everything is organized so well in architectural salvage, when they're organized, and it's easy to identify with the materials that you need. I think that myth is no longer valid.
Do you have any tips or ideas for San Diego residents, like different homes and business tips for reuse?
Yeah, I do. I think first it's important to start with the mindset of before you go to buy a new product, think about, well, could I get that item used? Yeah. Because not only are you going to save resources, but you're also going to save yourself a lot of money in the process.
It's true, yeah.
So I think first, look at Craigslist, look at eBay, look at local thrift stores. There's a lot of opportunities to buy things used and durable, and you're not going to need to spend as much money. I have actually a bag of different items, a bag of tricks here to show you
Nice.
of opportunities to remember. And the first thing is the bag itself.
Oh, okay.
Rather than needing to use a plastic bag, which California residents use hundreds of these every year on average, you can arm yourself with with a reusable bag and not need to take those disposable bags. Nice. Another key mindset is thinking about durability and long-term use versus disposability and single use.
Okay.
I think that's a key thing to remember. So when you go to the coffee store and you need a drink for the morning, here's a convenient way to get your drink and keep it nice and hot for the rest of that cold morning.
That's true, yeah.
Do you like to go out to eat?
All the time.
Yeah? Well, this is a great thing to take with you, either some kind of storage container to take your leftover food with. Oh. That way, when you go home, you can just take this, put it straight into the refrigerator, or take it to work the next day and heat it up.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so you're not transferring it into a styrofoam plate and then transferring it. That's a great idea.
Very easy.
Yeah.
The thing to remember with your reusable bags, with your containers for your leftover food, put them in your car.
Okay.
That way you'll remember to bring it into the store with you. Or if you don't, you can just walk out and go grab it and come back.
Yeah, so the thing is to make it very convenient for yourself. And those look like very simple, simple things we could all add into our lifestyle.
A lot of grocery stores now are offering the opportunity to use bulk buying, where you're going to save money by not having to buy a branded item.
Okay.
You can use your own jars, repurpose your jars to get your beans or your nuts or whatever it is that you're buying. So that's another handy thing. And you don't have to spend as much time sorting these items, you know exactly where it goes on the shelf at home.
Yeah, and then you're not using any of the packaging if you're buying in bulk items as well.
And there's an enormous amount of packaging with most of the things we buy these days. When you're at home, so many people have electronic devices or any kind of toys that require rechargeable batteries.
Oh.
This is the way to go.
Yeah.
Rather than a single-use battery, you're going to save yourself a lot of money over the term of the use of these batteries than you are compared to any.
So again, that long term as opposed to disposable and taking those, you know, the household hazardous waste all the time.
That's right.
Like that.
No need to go through a complicated process to dispose of. You can just keep using it over and over again.
What are the environmental issues with landfills? Like, why should we mitigate our use of landfills?
That's a good question. Well, landfills are notoriously challenging to find a location to put them.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want it by me.
Right. Nobody wants them in their backyard. They're expensive to maintain.
Okay.
One of the county landfills, it's over $1.5 million every year just to monitor it. If it had to be remediated, the cost would go on greater.
Okay.
And this is a cost that goes on in perpetuity. So we want to try to maximize the use of that resource. It is not a renewable resource, landfills.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. There's jobs that we can create from these materials, and there's economic value. So that's where we want to put the preference.
Okay. So yeah, it really looks like the old saying is true, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
I like to say old is gold.
Nice.
There's a lot of value. If you buy something that's durable, that's well made, it's going to last you many, many years. And when other people that buy products that are single use, they're going to see that there's a greater value in that investment, and you can make use of it for years to come.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for helping us learn about those eco-conscious choices of waste management as opposed to just waste disposal. And thank you for your time.
No problem.
Feel free to brag about your bag with this Green Yourself tip. Step 1. Cut off sleeves. If you also cut the neck hole, it will be a bigger bag to easily fit all of your items. Now it's design time. Either fold the shirt inside out to keep your own graphic tee design, or leave it regular to still have a great blank bag. Staple the bottom of the bag. Finally, use duct tape to seal yourself a brand new bag. Flip the bag one more time to get rid of any unsightly seams, and you're ready to reduce your use of plastic bags with a reusable bag. Your cool new custom carrier is not only fashionable, but useful and reuseful for the environment. In fact, we went down to Imperial Beach to learn more about the importance of reusable bags with Surfrider Foundation's Day Without a Bag event.
I'm Marissa Espinoza of the Surfrider Foundation for the Day Without a Bag campaign. And can you tell us a little bit about why we have this program and what we're doing here today?
Well, today is Day Without a Bag. Basically, we want to raise awareness to shoppers, especially around the holidays, to reduce their plastic use and go with reusables like this bag here, canvas, and we also have a produce bag, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you can put your your fruits and veggies in there. For Surfrider Foundation, we're here at Wally's, we're at Oceanside at the Sunset Market, and then we're in Cardiff at Seaside Market. We want to raise awareness because single-use plastics shouldn't be used just once and then discarded. Basically, they're made out of fossil fuels, which is a non-renewable resource, and why use something, you know, so precious once and throw it away, you know, when we can do things like reuse this bag here.
Yeah, I think that's really important for our mindset because, I mean, they have these things, these containers to recycle your one-use plastic bags. And when I was a kid, I learned recycle, reduce, reuse. But it seems like it's kind of different now. What is the new strategy for?
The new strategy is refuse and then reduce, reuse, recycle. So recycling should be your last-ditch effort.
Then what are the environmental impacts when people are using these single-use plastic bags?
Well, plastic bags don't biodegrade. Plastics in general don't biodegrade. They photodegrade, so that means they over time break down into smaller pieces. And when that happens, a lot of marine life, birds, sea turtles, fish, and other marine life will eat those and think that they're food. And that's a big problem, obviously. Also, it creates a lot of storm drain, pollution, and, you know, you see them on the street, you see them, you know, it's just pollution. Yeah. And it lasts forever, so.
Absolutely.
Would
you like a
Yes,
couple of
you
these?
can.
Yeah.
Just one.
Oh,
Just
for
one?
sure, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Remember to bring them with you next time you come shopping.
Awesome. Could you tell us about the Rise Above Plastics program and how it ties in?
Rise Above Plastics is one of the campaigns within Surfrider Foundation. Basically, our main goal is to educate and raise awareness about single-use plastics. For example, shopping bags. So we're giving away these to reduce that, you know, that source of pollution. And then reusable water bottles is another one. So we have these nifty canteens that you can purchase for $5 and to use over and over again, and that reduces plastic waste from bottles. And then also we have we're really trying to promote a styrofoam ban in the state of California. It's SB 568, and that would ban the use of single-use styrofoam, polystyrene food containers, like those little clamshell containers, in restaurants throughout the state of California. So we're pushing that. That's going to come up to vote probably in January, February of 2012.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of these stores now using different products. I see like now these are kind of getting a little more popular, gaining more momentum. Is it a mindset of getting people to use these and reuse these, or is it what kind of challenges are there in plastics?
Yeah, that's one of the things that some of the people coming out, they say, oh, I already have these bags, but I forgot to bring it this time. Well, so that's what we want to try to help people remember to bring them. So there's like these kind that you can hook on your keychain. It's just like making it a habit, just remembering to bring it. Keep it in your car, keep them somewhere that's always handy, and that way you won't forget.
Yeah.
Twice as nice is a better price for all of our natural resources, making reuse a very useful thing to remember. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching, Eco Diego fans.